Hey guys, if you're new around here, we're Kels and Jay. We live in a van and we've been traveling around America for the last 2 years or so. Recently we started building out buses for other people and this is our latest build.
So behind me is a 40-foot international bus that we converted into a tiny house on wheels in just 3 weeks. And although we built it in 3 weeks, this was by no means basic. We have a bunch of cool features in here. We've got pull-out tables everywhere, a really unique hidden spice rack if you love to cook, full king-size bed, gorgeous tile shower if I do say so myself.
We're really excited to show it to you guys today, so let's go take a look. Hey guys, it's really loud out there, so why don't you come on in? So when we first got here, the bus was gutted, the electrical was done by a separate company, and some of the plumbing was done. Everything else you see here, we've done in the last 3 weeks. So when you first walk in, you'll see that there's grass turf steps. This has kind of been something that I've fallen in love with. Over here we have shelving, so great for things like your shoes. This bus is 40 feet long, and we had a lot of room to work with. So there's storage, there's shelves, there's spacing everywhere you look. Over here on the left-hand side, we have a nice little table. So this table is very unique. I've never really seen anything quite like this. Hidden under the main part is this long table here. So when Cam and Kat are sitting here in this huge couch, they have a lot of room, their TV is gonna go there, so they can eat here, chill out, really do whatever they want. Lots of room and space. Under here we have cubbies. So we left the trim natural. Honestly, I ran out of white paint and was being a little lazy, but we ended up liking the way that it looked. And we thought it would be a great way to allow Kat and Cam, if they wanted to customize this build themselves, they could paint it a color if they get sick of it. So kind of left it up for choice. Over here on this side, it's really exciting. We have a three-way couch. Now, it's not what it sounds like, well, or maybe you guys have heard of this before, but a three-way couch, basically why we call it the three-way couch is because it can lift up and underneath is the battery bank. It also can pull out in 3 ways. So all 3 sections can pull out. So you can have a U, an L, you can have a full bed over here. It's huge. This is literally 8 feet long. Jay and I are super tall and we wanted to make it long so that we can visit Kat and Cam if they ever invite us over. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually what they asked for and I think it's amazing. In here, Jay built this hidden storage for books, DVDs if you still watch DVDs. And you'll notice as well as I'm going through the tour, there are some things that still need a little touch up, maybe a little more paint, but yeah, we're about 99% there. They have a tiny wood stove and they also have a diesel heater. So they're definitely gonna be fine if it ever gets super cold. They have a lot of heating sources. Moving through to the kitchen. So we have so much counter space. It's actually ridiculous. Like I was wiping this off and I was like, this just never ends. It's like literally like a house. The owners love to cook. They've actually cooked us a few amazing meals. My mouth is getting watery just thinking about the meals that they made for us. So I think you guys can probably tell by their kitchen, their huge stove, huge sink, and huge fridge that, yeah, they definitely love to cook. We have laminate countertop. If you guys recognize this, it's because we had it in our bus, Bessie, when we had a bus. This is great, it really holds up well. Underneath, we just have Home Depot cabinets that we got and painted. Up above, so Kat asked for a nice little shelving area up here, which by the way, shelves in a bus are really hard. I've never seen Jay struggle so much on building something. You let in over your head, Jay? But we made it work in the end. The reason why they're so hard is because buses are not straight, they're curved, and this wood wasn't straight either, so it was really hard to kind of level everything out and make it look nice, especially for this long of a shelf. But I think he made it work really well. So this may just look like a shelf, but there's a surprise in here. If you pull this little thing out, then you have a nice little area here for your spices. Now again, this bus isn't 100% done. We thought it'd be nice to have a little bungee cord here to keep your spices in so that when you do that, they don't all come flying out. Another amazing feature of this kitchen is this pantry. These don't have handles on them yet, but again, they will soon. Look at all of that space. It's like insane. When Jay built this, He literally considered going back to bus life just so we could have one of these. The drawer slides as well, they're really heavy duty, so you can hold a lot of food in there and not have to worry. The fridge is lifted up, and underneath there's little cubbies in there. We thought it would be a nice little storage place they have big dogs, so maybe their food bowls, their dog food, whatever. So the whole theme of this bus build is beach. They love the beach, so we kind of did like rope vibes. That's why we did like an anchor. We did little housewarming gifts throughout this. But if these people weren't great enough, they also do have a cat. So we wanted to build a little area for her cat litter, and this actually lifts up. There's a little grout in there. It's a little crusty still. We gotta wipe that off. But so yeah, her cat litter can hide in there. Cat has nice little privacy when she wants to go to the bathroom, which is nice. And we thought as well, like maybe garbage could go in there. This is a huge space, a lot of room in there. And those are things you kind of don't really think about until after. So hope her cat appreciates that. All right, that was the front half of the bus. Now let's go look at the second half. Hey guys. So over here in the hallway, we had another little surprise for Kat and Cam is this wall panel. We had this in Bessie, so I know we're kind of like, we just wanted to feel like we were with Bessie again. That sounds so dumb. So off of the hallway is the bathroom, and we thought about doing like one of those plasticky doors, and I talked Kat out of that just because I feel like this barn door looks so much better. Jay made this barnwood door, and you can buy just this hardware. I think it's like, what, like 60 bucks?
Yeah, like 60.
60 bucks plus the wood. Really affordable option, and I just think it looks great. Wha-bam. Another fun fact about barn doors is that they act as levelers. So if you're ever parked up and you want to see how level you actually are, if you put this up and it starts rolling, this is pretty level. If you're not level, it'll just automatically start rolling one way or the other. So that's another cool thing. All right, this is probably my favorite part of the bus. I don't know. Is it yours, Jay?
Definitely is mine.
I think it's like most people's favorite part of the bus. It's so stunning in here. Sorry to interrupt the best part of the video and our favorite part of the bus, but really quickly, I just wanted to come on here and say that Jay and I are planning a trip for the near future, and we'd love to have some of you guys there with us. We want to make this trip all about you guys, so we want to hear from you. Where would you want to go? What do you want to do? We have a 2-minute survey linked in our description, so if you're interested in going on a trip with us in the future, we'd love for you to fill it out and hear from you. All right, now it's time for you guys to see this bathroom. All right, so this bathroom is incredible in my opinion. On the left-hand side, we have this huge shower which has a skylight in it, and this is tall enough for even Jay, who's 6'4", to shower in. So much room in here. We even have a seat. Who has a seat in their shower, let alone in their bus? Like, this is insane. This is a vinyl tile, and it's so easy to work with. It took Jay probably like 5 hours to do. Whereas if he was tiling this whole shower, it would have taken days. So it's definitely a huge time saver, super easy to work with, and I think it looks great. They have their own sink in their bathroom, which is really, really nice. And then they're going to eventually put in a composting toilet before they move in. And it's really nice that it's right by the emergency exit. So for those of you who know composting toilets, instead of having to lug it throughout their entire house, they can just take it outside here. Probably my personal favorite thing about the bathroom is the housewarming gift that we got them. It says poop deck. So you guys are now looking from the bed area, but before we get to that, I just wanted to show you these two closets, the his and the hers. This one's a little bit bigger, so Kat claimed it as hers. There's so much space in here, and there also are soft clothes. Enough space for a king-size bed, so much room for activities. That sounds weird. So much room to sleep and sprawl out and have their 2 large dogs on the bed with them. This bed also lifts up. These things are powerhouses, like the way that they just spring up. Hardly any effort to lift the bed up. And then underneath we have this water tank. I think they have like 130 gallons of fresh water, I want to say. Lots of space for storage in here. And yeah, oh, the floor, I didn't tell you guys about the floor. I am in love with this floor. So it's a vinyl stone flooring. It's a little bit harder to install than the regular vinyl flooring. It takes a little bit longer, but I think it's more heavy duty. I love how there's like different colors. Kat picked it out, and I just think it looks really good. So yeah, that is pretty much the inside of the bus and everything about the bus. Now let's go meet the owners. All right, guys, we're here with Kat, the owner of the bus. Fortunately, Cam's feeling a little under the weather, but we have the beautiful Kat here, so we're all good.
Hello!
What inspired you to get into bus life, really?
So basically, me and Cameron have always been the couple that, you know, we'll get up and drive 12 hours to the Oregon coast just on the whim of things. It was about 2 years ago that we just packed up the dogs and we drove to the coast, and the dogs are playing on the beach and everything, and both of us just kind of at the same time were like, you know, we don't really want to be stuck down to a house anymore, and we need to start making these changes about how we can start living the life that we want to and be able to travel a little bit more. And so we started looking at van life, and it became pretty apparent that with 2 large dogs that was not going to work at all.
Van life definitely would not work out for these two.
We just started looking for buses, and it took 2 years, and then we found Wonder Boy here in Salt Lake. It was like 20 miles away from us.
Perfect.
Yeah. We did the demo. We put in back the subfloor and the insulation on the walls, and then we did outsource the electrical components, so the solar, batteries, and then they did the plumbing lines, sort of, and then they did the rooftop deck, and and they welded the door as well. So
right.
That was pretty much, it was for the most part a pretty empty shell once you guys got started on everything.
Jay's dream.
I know, right?
He's drooling when he walked in here.
Oh yeah.
So what made you call us to help?
Well, you know, we've been watching you guys on YouTube for a long time, so we kind of noticed that you guys were doing builds, kind of traveling around and everything like that. And Cameron, you know, we were actually in Mexico, and Cameron had the idea. He's like, well, let me just go ahead and email them, because we got the house sold, and then everything just kind of went up into the wind, and we were just like, well, let's just send them over an email and everything, because we watched your guys' work, and you know, you guys are awesome and kind, and you do nice work as well. So we just kind of threw it to the wind and see what happened, and everything worked out. But
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a pleasure. I hate saying bye to people too.
I know, I don't want you guys to
For
leave.
3 weeks. We've had so much fun, but yeah.
And then honestly, it looks absolutely amazing, better than anything I could have ever imagined. So thank you guys so much.
Glad you like it. So that's the front area of the bus. Now let's go into the back where all of the magic will be happening. That was so stupid. That doesn't work.